call the walk-off balk before the game, right?
Yeah. That's what it takes, right? Whatever it takes. And that was nice.
Even though you guys didn't score until the block at the end, I think you guys were putting the bat and the ball a little bit better today. A lot of lineouts in the outfield. Is that something you saw too?
Yeah, I mean, as the game get on, obviously it's one of those games you're not scoring, but you're just trying to find some way to win a game, and that's really what it really matters at the end of the day. You get a win, doesn't matter how you get it. You're able to kind of at least walk out of here with a good feeling, move forward. And obviously our guys were good. Zach was really good today. Our guys out of the pen did a nice job. JP was good again. And then Kinley giving us, those guys just kept giving us chances to score. So it was good for us.
But did you like what you saw from the hitters after talking to them earlier?
No, I'm fine. I'm not worried about our guys from the standpoint of if we're going to hit or it's just a matter of time. So as long as we're getting prepared and going through the process, then we're going to be fine.
You kind of finally see the quality at bats with a couple walks, against a young pitcher leading off.
To be honest with you, I thought the at bats last night were good too. And I know that because I kind of mark on my card in there just spots where I feel like we're quality at bats, and sometimes that's a hit, and sometimes it's a walk, sometimes it's having an 8-pitch at bat where the guy's fighting and fighting. So you can look at it different ways, and I just feel like if we could do that over the course of the whole game and then day in, day out, then our offense kind of pops back to where it's going to end up being.
What does Kike bring to you guys? And is he the kind of player sort of to maybe get on the other team, under the other team's skin a little bit, but give you energy?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I've never been on the other side with Kike, but I know for us, he just brings a lot to the table from the standpoint of a young kid that can play multiple positions, got some sock in his bat, and seems to be having fun too. And I think you like that energy with a guy like Kike.
Ronaldo was just called up today before the game, and he gave you guys some problems. Is it that height and they can throw hard that kind of was the issue for the team today, or was there something else he was doing?
I'm not sure. What exactly, but he seemed to kind of be keeping us down. Obviously the first time you really see him, you can see him on tape, but you get a chance to see him today. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Donnie, after the game last night, you said you guys were frustrated. How important is it, do you think, for the psyche of your players to have a win like this going into the series against the Giants?
Well, it didn't matter really who we're playing next. Honestly, it matters putting a win on the board when you're kind of going the wrong direction for a few days. When you kind of go in Texas, played sloppy in San Diego, and then Texas kind of shuts us down offensively. Then we don't score when we come back here. So it's just good to put a win on the board and walk out with a good feeling, because then at that point, it's just a new day. You start over brand new again tomorrow.
Sometimes when a team's frustrated, it can maybe be a tense environment. Did you sense that in the dugout as you were going on scoreless, or was it blue?
I thought we were okay today. That was pretty good.
The review play at third, is that something you call, or is that something that you get from Pratt?
Him running down the line?
No. The review at third base. Tag.
Yeah. When we see it, you know it's close play, so you might as well take a look at it, because on those plays, those head first slides, really he beats it, but guys come off the bag if you keep the tag on, and that's really the advantage. With replay, just because the guy kind of gets there first, they're going so fast that they kind of end up popping off at some point. And that's really, it looked like what happened on that, is he beats it, and then that one arm comes off, and while the tag's still on him, he's not on the base. But Pratt's the one that sees that.
Did you feel like that was a big moment in the game to stop first and third with 2 outs at that point in time?
Well, it gets you out of that inning, right? So, you still expect Zach to get an out. honestly. But it was nice to not have to have that, to him go through that or us to go through it to give him that opportunity.
Did you touch upon this streak where Zach's just been lights out, but just seems to not be able to get a win here in his last 8 starts?
I think that's part of what you talk about with some of the guys, not just him, but quality pitchers. Sometimes your season can't be controlled, wins and losses. And, kind of a lot of the analytics guys, that say wins and losses are meaningless from that standpoint is that, he's pitched really good. His record, whatever it ends up, if he continues to pitch like this every time out, obviously this is a quality pitcher. And you don't always have control over if your team scores or, what happens. So from that standpoint, you still, what you're getting.